Your 3-minute question and answer period for the TD Entrepreneurship Challenge will now begin. How has COVID 19 impacted your project?
COVID-19 has impacted our project in a lot of different ways. A portion of our project is traveling into classrooms to present our project. That was a lot more difficult to navigate this year, but we figured out ways. We plan to film video so we can do it. And starting next week, we're actually allowed to go into our classrooms as PEI is doing pretty good in terms of COVID. Um, COVID-19 also impacted our project because our project's very hands-on. We have our volunteers creating our cards in the office, learning those kind of hands-on activities, but we've kind of transitioned from in-person sales to our online platform for sales on our shop and actually increased our sales by 4,000% on there. So in a way, COVID kind of helped us in that situation.
What was the biggest challenge you faced when implementing this project, and how did you overcome it?
Our biggest challenge was probably figuring out actually how to make the cards. We did a lot of research and development in that sense, just making sure the plants will grow in the cards and things like that. We also had a lot of trouble finding a production area to produce our cards. We started off actually making our cards in a member's dorm room. Wasn't exactly ideal, but the business faculty has been really great to us and they provided us an office.
Which area of your project do you see as the most innovative and why?
I would say the most innovative part is the education that we provide to the children when we're traveling into the classrooms because we do pre-test and post-test to test their knowledge on the environment. And afterwards, we get to see how much they improved and learned. And they learn about deforestation and the importance of bees. And they get to go on with that knowledge. And we also teach them about ways they can recycle. So I would say that's a really big part of it.
How did you develop your curriculum or content for your program? Did you engage any partners?
For our curriculum, where we go into the schools to teach about the environment, we did meet up with the Masters of Education students at UPEI and got their advice on the best ways to make an interactive presentation and the language to use with the children. And then we also met with the PEI Invasive Species Councils to ask them about what seeds we should use. And they were the ones who suggested chia seeds.
How did you define success for this project?
I think for Berry and Bloom, success is kind of defined through our education. Like Brianna was saying, we went to some primary schools and we gave a presentation on how we upcycle and make our paper. And we gave them a quiz before we did our presentation and after our presentation. And the after quiz, they knew a lot more about upcycling and how to reuse things.
How did you measure the long-term impact of this project on participants or businesses?
So like we've mentioned a couple times, I think our best
Your time has now
measure of that.
expired. Thank you, Enactus UPEI.